What's up, y'all? It's Nifty Q. That's Gift Dead. We're here with another daily rehash. It is Friday, November 17th. You made it another week in Web3, another day closer to the bull. I'm proud of you. What's up, Gift?
What is up, Q? It's great to be with y'all, TGIF and OVOT. Quick reminder, episode 300 of GM Web3 is this Monday, and we've got some very, very special guests incoming. So yeah, look out for that. Hopefully you can join us. But right now, we got to get into the top 10 stories in Web3 from the last 24 hours. So Q, what is up first, my guy?
Yeah, the biggest piece of tech news hit on the latest point here. This was like breaking maybe 4 hours ago. Sam Altman fired as OpenAI CEO. You can see here Greg Eisenberg saying he skyrocketed its value from 0 to 80 billion, and he's still out. The actual wording here is Mr. Altman's departure follows a deliberative review process by the board, which concluded that he was not consistently candid in his communications with the said board. So one of the biggest news pieces there, OpenAI has been obviously all across the board and super dominant in the tech industry. I mean, I think the thing is worth maybe 60 something billion at this point. So yeah, huge story that Sam Altman is now no longer the CEO of OpenAI.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, man. I don't know what to say, but I heard that there was some kind of like allegations coming out too. Obviously, this is still breaking, so we'll continue to follow that. But it is a big deal considering what he achieved just in the last year or two for this company.
Absolutely.
That's all I got. Wow. And let's keep it going on to the next one. All right, we got a big sale here of Ethboy. This is a special piece because it was AlottaMoney collaborating with Trevor Jones. This is actually a very famous piece. I wasn't familiar with it, so when I saw it, I was kind of like, what is this? What the heck is it? But yeah, apparently a very famous collaboration and a beloved piece, just sold for about 200 ETH. Interestingly enough, they also decided to pay the royalty on it. So, kudos to them. Apparently a lot of that went to async.art, and yeah, it's just a cool story.
Yeah, shout out to AlottaMoney there, man. Really awesome creator, and he led the NFT art movement for a long time. So big shout out to him. All right, I've got the next piece here, and this hits close to home. I've been telling you about Shrapnel Token, folks. I've been telling you to buy some, not financial advice, obviously, but the platform that I used to buy not only like 5 hours ago was actually exploited immediately following that. Like I was one of the last ones to purchase here on Trader Joe, which is a decentralized exchange to buy tokens on the Avalanche blockchain. But you can see here, important security alert. We have been alerted that there's a possible vulnerability in our front end. We also had some community members that actually were taken, not for a lot, right? Like that. Thankfully, they were not taken for a lot of USD, but they were actually one of the ones that were exploited. So the team is currently working on it. They took the front end down, but yeah, very, very close miss here with an exploit on Avalanche.
Yeah, thank goodness. Could have been a lot worse for you, for several people in the community. So yeah, I mean, sucks. I'm sure some people did get hit harder, but at least it got caught quickly. And most of the people, at least that we know, didn't get hit too hard. But on to some better news here, Q. Nix.eth, another community member, some local news, big success here on his collection, Treeangles, that just launched in the last 48 hours or so, 300 pieces. So they sold out within 24 hours, and there's already like 27 or almost 30 ETH secondary volume. They look beautiful, and it's a beautiful project. It's about reforestation, and he talks here about a bunch of the different charities, foundations where he's donating to. There's like, I think something like 2,500 trees already planted off of this sale, and I'll actually pull this up too real quick. You can see some of the art here on the collection. And yeah, these are just really nice, man, and massive congrats. Look at that, 27 ETH secondary already. Yeah,
0.12 floor. There's been a 0.25 sale as well. So yeah, the collectors that were able to get their hands on these Treeangles, we were talking about it all week. So it's really good to see Nix, a friend of the community, here winning. That's always something that's super nice in Web3. Coinbase Wallet is launching something very interesting. Take care of virtual pets on chain. You can see a little bit of the application here. This is mobile only, but so was FriendTech at first, and there were ways to get around that. So I think there's ways you could potentially get on desktop. You can see There's 10% lifetime on referrals for this. Create pets, earn rewards, battle with friends. So they clearly saw a little bit of what was going on with friend tech on their own protocol on base chain, and are now launching something that's essentially in-house, friendpet.xyz.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm curious to see what other kind of apps they're building internally or, within their own team and going to be launching. This, seems interesting. I might check it out just to see how it goes.
Tamagotchi vibes for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say Tamagotchi too. Yeah, absolutely, man. And all right, on to the next one. We got the ongoing battle for NFT volume supremacy. This was the first 7 days, I think, in history that Bitcoin overtook Ethereum for 7-day volume on NFT sales. It's a really big deal. And, there's some controversy around how the data is tracked, how you want to split that apart. But one specific project here, Bitcoin Frogs, getting a lot of attention because it's been maybe the biggest winner, getting the most volume of all the specific Ordinals collections. So, I've been curious about it because I've seen it on all the different charts. I kept asking everybody, what's up with Bitcoin Frogs? And it seemed like people were kind of fading it, but here you go. It seems like they are benefiting the most from all the volume over there.
Yeah, maybe we have similar timelines. Maybe it's our own echo chamber, but I'm seeing mostly Bitcoin Frogs. When it comes to Ordinals and when it comes to that ecosystem, that is the PFP that I'm seeing across my timeline. Also, Bitcoin Frogs, I don't believe, suffers from that same kind of piece that these BRC20s have been in, right? Like they're an actual collection. I don't want to go too far down the weeds, but I think they're a little bit different than the BRC20 stuff that we've seen come out, correct?
Yeah, it's an actual NFT collection subscription. It's different than a BRC20.
All right, so Fidelity is joining BlackRock here, filing for a spot Ethereum ETF. The big entities here, man, are circling. Like they see some blood in the water, or maybe that gold that they want to get their hands on, or at least the new gold of the internet here. So they're joining. It's not that there's not much detail. Like there's clearly a filing that you can go into. We'll have the link in the description. But yeah, Fidelity filing for a spot Bitcoin or spot Ethereum ETF.
It's got to happen at some point, man. Again, I think they all know that inflation is not getting that much better and that there's not really, I just think they don't want to miss the next cycle, man. That's it. I think they want some exposure and they're putting pressure on the SEC. So
it was a simple take, but I think the larger entities were always going to start to move down that market cap list, right? Once they got exposure to Bitcoin, what's next, Ethereum?
Yep. And all right, we got another story from ApeCoin DAO, some updates. It's a big month here. Multiple positions and several key ecosystem proposals are all up for grabs. They're all live right now, including this AIP 348 here. This is interesting, from the Hodler Collective.
From ApeComms too.
This is ApeComms and Lost, I believe, too. It's a zero-cost proposal to continue spreading education and awareness about the ApeCoin community and our DAO processes. So this is just about how do we better communicate and get people interested in what's happening within the ApeCoin DAO. Look, communication's huge. This stuff, it can get very complicated. A lot of the details can get lost. So shout out to ApeComms and everything that they're doing to try and add more clarity, add more transparency, get it out there, communicate it. So yeah. Exciting.
Yeah, we had a meeting with SSP and Loss last night. Could not be two better guys running ApeComms. Essentially, what this AIP is looking to do is, have access to the ApeCoin Twitter profile or X profile, because that's going to obviously broaden the reach. It's going to allow people to get educated about ApeCoin and ApeCoin DAO. So yeah, you can see 1.5 million voted for, nothing against yet. Hopefully that AIP passes there.
That's awesome.
All right. Yeah, man. I hopefully we can get that passed. All right, Tyler D here, bringing in the goods on FriendTech as he does. It was a huge 24 hours for FriendTech. I'll take you into the app really quick. But they did several things. One, they introduced a global feed that everybody was asking for, right? So you can see people not only in their rooms, but out on a global feed. They also had Reddit-style voting added, and then they took a lot of bots that potentially can take away some of your points, right? If you have Sybil bots or things that are kind of farming FriendTech, those are going to be kind of detrimental to the people that are here. So I'll take you into the app real quick. You can see there's a voting system on the right side, and this is not people that I'm holding. These are just people that are being upvoted. So yeah, big updates from FriendTech.
Interesting. So is this like kind of going in the direction of a DAO? Like it's governance, right?
No, this was just pushed by the Friendtech team. This is all developments that Friendtech's putting down. But I could see that in the future.
This guy's definitely deeper in Friendtech than I am. That's why it's great to have you here explaining that. And all right, on to the next one, the last story of the day here, Q. We have something awesome from Cool Cats. We know they've been cooking. They've actually been getting a lot of momentum. We know the Macys Day Parade is coming and that they're going to have in-store items and merch available within Macy's stores. Well, apparently that collaboration and partnership also extends to the digital stores, to Macys.com, I assume. Something really cool here. If this is going on Macys.com, I think this is actually a really big deal because they're doing something. It's token gated. Sorry, I had to turn it down for myself. It's token gated, only 1,000. So you have to own a Cool Cat to get one of these. And yeah, I don't know. That's pretty heckin' cool. If this is going to be sold through Macys, I don't know. Like, is that an NFT on Macys.com?
Yeah, I love that we shout out to Mo Rundo, by the way, because we finally coined this whole, like, is the larger brand going to adopt whatever that arm they have? So it'd be interesting to see how Macys supports this. But yeah, introducing our limited edition Blue Cat and Chug, 1,000 collectibles for holders that are blank canvases for art. Dude, Cool Cats has been on a run.
Yeah, so if this is the way that we're Trojan horsing Web3 into outlets like Macys, I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, gotta be a dub there for Cool Cats and any Cool Cats holders. So shout out to them, shout out to Nick, shout out to y'all for making it through another week in Web3. Again, episode 300 of GM Web3 on Monday. We got some big guests lined up for that, so don't miss it. And Q, what else you got for them?
Again, NFA, but I'm not going to tell y'all again. Trap token, man. Just get on it. You'll thank me later once this gaming narrative takes off. It's been a great week. We should make shirts saying we survived the bear. By the way, gift that. I would love that. Nice Inter Miami shirt, though, by the way. There you go. All right. Our vibe, our tribe.